Warning: this transparent proclamation establishes the essence of the content, clarifying its origins from the vast realms of the internet. The creator, in a gesture of pure transparency, asserts the video's foundation on pre-existing knowledge, emphasizing its educational and nonviolent essence to the audience. Umar and Samira Abdullah were a picture of happy family. They had a 10-month-old beautiful baby girl, and their Tampa apartment was filled with the sounds of laughter and love. Umar worked hard to provide for his family, and Samira was a devoted mother. They were living the American dream.
We decided to take a well-deserved vacation. We were excited to spend some quality time together and create lasting memories.
Samira's family lived in Ohio. They had not seen their grandson since she was a tiny baby. Umar and Samira packed their bags. The three of them set off on a journey across the states.
The trip was everything we had hoped for. Samira's parents doted on their granddaughter.
They explored bustling markets and relaxed on beaches. They returned home feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. Little did they know that a nightmare awaited them. Upon returning from their trip, the Abdullahs were met with an unwelcome surprise. A strange, chemical-like odor permeated their apartment. It was subtle at first. They dismissed it as a musty smell from being closed up for so long, but the odor lingered.
I noticed it first. I have always been sensitive to smells. This one was particularly pungent. It stung my nostrils and made my eyes water.
She checked the garbage, the refrigerator, and every nook and cranny of their apartment. She couldn't find the source. Umar, initially less concerned, began to notice it too. The smell was strongest near their front door.
I wondered if there was a problem with the building's ventilation system. The smell persisted, and the Abdullahs started to worry.
The Abdullahs' worst fears were soon realized. Their baby girl, once a happy and healthy child, started showing signs of illness. She became increasingly fussy and irritable.
I was at my wit's end. I couldn't soothe my precious child. Then the unthinkable happened. The baby's hair started falling out. I noticed clumps of hair on his pillow, on her clothes, and in the bathtub.
She rushed her baby to the doctor, her heart pounding with fear. The doctor examined the baby thoroughly. He ran a battery of tests. The results were inconclusive.
The doctor suggested that it might be an allergic reaction to something in the environment.
Samira and Umar were beside themselves with worry. The mysterious smell, the baby's hair loss, it all seemed too coincidental. They couldn't shake the feeling that something sinister was at play. The Abdullahs became detectives in their own home. They were determined to get to the bottom of the mysterious illness plaguing their baby. The odor seemed to be the most likely culprit. They purchased air purifiers. They scrubbed every surface of their apartment. Nothing seemed to work.
I even started losing my hair. I found bald patches on my scalp.
The Abdullahs realized that they were dealing with something far more serious than they had initially thought. They feared for their health and the health of their child. They contacted their landlord again, this time more insistent. They demanded that he investigate the source of the odor. The landlord, though initially reluctant, agreed to send an inspector to check the apartment. The inspector, however, found nothing unusual.
Desperate for answers, I decided to take matters into my own hands. I placed a hidden camera near our front door, hoping to catch a glimpse of anyone or anything that might be causing the problem. Days turned into sleepless nights as we anxiously awaited the hidden camera's footage. We meticulously reviewed every frame, every shadow, every movement outside our door.
Then one evening, as we were about to give up hope, we saw it.
Their neighbor, a seemingly harmless man named Zuming Li, was caught in the act. The video showed him approaching their front door, syringe in hand. He crouched down and carefully injected a liquid substance through the crack of their doorframe.
We watched in horror as our neighbor, our own neighbor, poisoned our home. We were stunned. We had always considered Lee to be a quiet and unassuming neighbor.
Anger, confusion, and fear washed over us in waves. We immediately contacted the police, handed over the camera footage, and recounted the nightmare we had been living for the past few months.
The police were shocked by the audacity of Lee's crime. The Abdullah's story sent shockwaves through their community. People were horrified by the callous act of their neighbor.
The answer, as it turned out, was as shocking as the crime itself. I was bothered by the noise coming from the Abdullah's apartment. The baby's cries were unbearable. I admitted to injecting a chemical agent, a mixture of methadone and hydrocodone, under their door with the intention of harming them and silencing the noise.
We were disgusted. We were furious. We couldn't believe that our neighbor had resorted to such extreme measures over something as trivial as a baby's cries.
Lee's actions were not about noise, they were about control and a blatant disregard for human life. The revelation of Lee's motive only added to our distress.
News of Suming Lee's arrest spread like wildfire. The media was captivated by the story of the toxic neighbor. The Abdullah's story resonated with people all over the country. They received an outpouring of support from strangers who were appalled by Lee's actions.
Lee's trial was swift. The evidence against him was overwhelming. The hidden camera footage, the chemical analysis of the substance found in the Abdullah's apartment, and Lee's own confession left no room for doubt. He was found guilty of multiple charges, including aggravated battery and possession of a controlled substance with intent to harm.
The judge, during sentencing, condemned Lee's actions. He sentenced Lee to 10 years in prison, the maximum sentence allowed by law. Lee, a Chinese national, faced deportation after serving his sentence. Lee was deported back to China, bringing a sense of closure to the Abdullah's ordeal. In the aftermath of the trial, the Abdullahs tried to piece their lives back together. They found a new apartment, a place where they hoped to feel safe again. Their baby girl, thankfully, made a full recovery. The hair loss and other ailments subsided. She was his happy and playful self once more, but the scars of Lee's crime ran deep.
We couldn't shake the feeling of vulnerability. We were hyper-vigilant about our surroundings.
We installed security cameras in our new home. We took self-defense classes.
The Abdullah's story serves as a chilling reminder that evil can lurk in the most unexpected places. While the Abdullahs may never forget their ordeal, they have shown remarkable resilience in their journey to heal and rebuild their lives. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to my YouTube stories. Your support means the world to me, and I'm incredibly grateful for every one of you who takes the time to engage with my content. If you enjoyed what you heard and want to hear more, please don't forget to subscribe, follow, and share with your friends. It really boosts my motivation to create more exciting content for you all. Once again, thank you for your time and support. I truly appreciate it.